Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Rants About Tech live for this Friday, April 18th. This wonderful, beautiful Friday, April 18th. It's a great day outside right here. I'm here in Philadelphia today, like I always am, and it's, like I said, sunny here today, and I'm appreciating that. As you can see, we got the background is lit up. The sun just brings up, the vitamin D just brings up the motivation in life, for sure. I hope you guys are getting some sun wherever you are for the day. It's been a really hectic morning for regular tech news. So we just got eInk news today. We got some regular tech news in here too, but eInk stuff for the majority of the day here today. Good morning for those that are in the chat here today. I appreciate you for being here. Thanks for the members that are in the chat. Thanks for the rewatchers of the live. If you're watching this on the rewatch. Thanks for all the live watchers that are watching this right now. Thanks for all the first and last time viewers. Thanks to all the people who are at work right now, watching and listening. I appreciate you too. Thank you guys. Today, like I said, is going to be a really eInk driven day. Again, it's been a really bad week for national and international holidays. I gotta say. It's been a really bad. I think it's got something to do with the springtime. I really do. Oh snap! 420 weekend. Bum, bum, bum. Let's get the air horns going for the 420 weekend coming. What we got? Sunday. It's gonna be a lazy Sunday for a whole bunch of people. It's gonna be a super lazy Sunday for a whole bunch of people. I hope you don't have anything planned. I hope nothing's planned for the weekend. All right. What do we got here? I had to switch over from the Remarkable 2 to the Remarkable Paper Pro for the day's show. So I'm kind of like getting used to the new setup here. I changed it at the last minute because I want to talk about the Remarkable update that happened. The problem is the update didn't happen on the Remarkable Paper Pro. It's only on the Remarkable 2 that the beta update happened to. So I had to swap out. I had to do the show on the Paper Pro, and now the Remarkable 2 is now the demo device for the day. But we got that coming up in the show too as well. But first off, let's go ahead and talk about some of the little bit of tech news we got. Just a little bit, not a lot. Morning, Brian. How's it going? Thanks for joining us. We got a little bit of tech news, so let's go ahead and jump right. All right, the first thing we got here is a Google story. So, if you don't know, Google has been fighting a court battle against the government for their monopolistic ways. How true that is, anytime you make a lot of money in an industry and it stifles competition, people are going to say you're monopolizing the market. That's just kind of like what it is. As soon as no matter what the reason is, you could have cornered the market for no reason at all. Oh, snap. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. My bad, chat. If I can ever get past my rough beginnings, I think the show would be actually pretty good. If I could just get past the beginning. Oh boy. Why does it do this? I have no idea. Can I restart it though? All right, let's just go ahead and restart. Oh, that killed the stream. Oh, that didn't help. That probably made it worse. Oh, that did make it worse. Why? I don't understand why it does this. I'm really trying to get this rough start going or out of the way. I'm not exactly sure why it does this, but I'll be right back. All right. My bad, you guys. My bad. I don't even know what part we got to before it started going crazy. So let's just try that one more time here. Did we get through the intro? You guys let me know that. let me know if we made it through the intro, chat. I'm not sure. I literally, the beginning of the stream is smooth. It's only when I switch over to the cameras that it's as soon as I switch over to the cameras, it started getting crazy. I've been trying to figure that piece out for a while. And after like a minute of it going crazy, it comes back and we're good. I don't know why it does that. I've been trying to figure that out. We're going to get it figured out though. I'm gonna have to call me a professional. Maybe I'll call, you know what, I'm gonna contact Kit. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna contact Kit and be like, Kit, like, give me some pointers. What am I doing wrong here? Why is my stream stuttering in the beginning as soon as I switch over to the cameras? Anyway, how far did we get, chat? Did we get through the intro? Was the intros like skittish? Because we'll do the intro again. I love my intros. I'll do it again. Those intros are pretty good. They're pretty good. Good morning, Parmesan. That name is awesome. We're just getting started here in a more consistent way. I'm waiting for the chat to let me know if we got through the intro or not. Because if we did get through the intro, then there's no need to do it again. But if we didn't, we'll do it again. We'll do the intro again. How's it going, chat? Did we get through? When did it start going herky jerky? So while we wait on that, we'll get to the stories while we wait on that. We'll just start the first story again. Oh, intro was good. Okay. Whew. Aaron, what's going on? Thanks for joining, Aaron. Appreciate you doing it here. If you guys don't know, let me get the air horns going for Aaron here. If you guys don't know, I did an interview with Aaron at 2530 Media, aka Mr. Media. On what day did we do that? We did that Wednesday. So if that's going to be coming out soon, whenever that comes out, I'll let you guys know so you can check it out. And we'll plug his podcast, Tech Trappers, then as well again. But yeah, that should be coming up. So we had a good time. We had a good conversation. It's always good talking with like-minded people. And Aaron is certainly one of those. So I appreciate you inviting me to do that, Aaron. Thank you. And like I said, I'll let you guys know when it comes out so you can check it out. What else we got here? We'll start with the stories. Let's get on to the Google. All right, so Google is in the news. Finally, oh boy. See, this is what happened here. All right, we're gonna go to this and see what problem we're having with this. We're fixing problems on the fly today, you guys. We're fixing problems on the fly today. Bam, we got it. First try. Good deal. Okay, so Google illegal advertising monopoly judge rules. So essentially what we got here is Google was found like guilty and not guilty, right? They got a guilty ruling for their ad space. So they found to be monopolistic in their ad space and the way they run that. But they weren't found liable for their use of their ad tools and the monopoly they were being accused of in that way. So it's kind of a win-lose situation, half and half. They're going to be appealing, obviously, the liable portion of the suit that they lost. But they weren't found totally liable for the whole monopolistic suit. And I thought that was very interesting. Like I said, I think anytime you corner the market like Google has tools that are very far reaching in the ad space. As you guys know, that's how they make their money, essentially, off ads. And in the ad space, they have tools in every aspect of the ad space. In the exchange and how people get paid, they have tools there. The ad service itself, Google runs that. The search for the ads, Google runs that. So whenever you have a company that has that much control over a certain market, they're going to get hit with a monopoly charge, right? That's just kind of like what it is. And it doesn't even matter, like I said before, why you are or that good. I mean, good is subjective, but it doesn't even matter why you have like proliferated the market the way you have. It's just that you have, that's the problem. And it could have been that you have excellent tools. It could have been that you really make the best service. None of that even matters. It's just that you have proliferated through the market in a way that you control the majority of it just by being there. That is bad for the rest of the market because it stifles competition. So, especially when you're a big company like Google, and that's kind of where this case stemmed from. The government argues that Google collects profits at the expense of other companies, which is kind of like what I've been saying here this whole time. But let's move on here. But like I said, guilty but not guilty. They're going to appeal. This is just a continuing ongoing story. But I thought the fact that they had been found guilty of anything was kind of interesting. And will they be expected to break that up? It's up in the air. That's what the expectation is, I guess, for the lawsuit. But we'll see exactly how this plays out and what actually happens. I'll keep you guys up. All right, so the next thing we got here is Discord doing face scanning. So I'm a big proponent of Discord. I love the service. I'm trying to find better ways to implement it in the live show. I have a few ways and a couple things coming up that utilize that in more ways that I've been thinking about. But it's an awesome service that got started with gamers. That kind of gained a foothold because of how easy it was to use. Although I did read somewhere that people found it kind of frustrating to use. I'm like, what? Discord is probably the easiest thing program I've ever used to keep in contact with people, masses of people in this way, and exchange information in the way that they let you exchange information. So I thought that was very interesting. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Now, I'm going to give you a story before we dive deep into this to give you some background. As to why things like this are kind of happening, right? So the first thing is this. This is happening in the UK and Australia only right now, and the reason why this is happening. BM, how's it going? Get the air horns going for BM. BM usually shows up with a dab. He's got the chick today. It's Easter. Easter's coming. Speaking of Easter, let's talk about this right now real quick. Just a side tangent. Speaking of Easter, why is the formula for Easter so complicated? Why? Easter falls on a different day. Let's check this out. Oh. So we're trying to calculate a formula. Ooh, I didn't even, okay. It knew what I meant. Easter falls on the first Sunday after the full moon that occurs on or after the vernal equinox, which is around March 21st. What? The date is determined by a formula known as the Easter computus, which takes into account the cycle of the moon and the equinox. I'm like, what? Why? This has got to be the only day that's this complicated to figure out. Whatever, though. Whatever. Okay, moving on. What were we talking about? Discord? Okay. So before we get into this complicated Discord story here, why did I even bring up? Oh, because of Easter and BM's. See how my brain works? I saw BM's Easter thing, or his chick correlated it to Easter. Then thought, why is Easter so complicated to figure out? And we're back here. Okay, so just to explain real quick why Discord would even be doing facial recognition, because I know you're asking yourself, because it's the same question I ask myself. Why would Discord be doing facial recognition? What do we do on Discord that you even need to know what my face looks like? I don't know. But then I figured it out. I did some reading. I figured out why. This article right here alludes to it. It doesn't tell the full story, so I'll tell the full story for it. So, long story short, porn. Okay, there's no other way to say it. But I'm gonna tie this porn conversation into technology right now, real quick for you. Okay, just hold on, hold your horses. Don't drive the kids out of the room just yet. It's not going that far. Okay. So the porn industry dictates a lot of things in technology. Okay. Let's get big here. The porn industry dictates a lot of things in technology. Case in point. We're going to get back to Discord in a second, but case in point. You ever heard of Betamax? You know why you never heard of Betamax? Because VHS beat it out. Betamax was a Sony format and Sony system that worked flawlessly, perfectly. Stored more data, better quality video. Everything was better on Betamax. Just better. You know why you know VHS though? VHS won. There was a competition. When was this? Back in the late 70s? There was a competition between these two formats for video. VHS, Betamax. The porn industry chose Betamax. Oh, not Betamax, I'm sorry. VHS. The porn industry chose VHS to make all of their copies of videos and stuff on to distribute. That was their preferred distribution method. Because the porn industry is so huge, VHS won over Betamax by sheer fact of the fact that the porn industry went with that standard. The porn industry dictates. Second case in point. DVD. Not DVD. Blu-ray. Now, another Sony format. Let me get the facts here. I'm not sure if this was a Sony technology as well. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. So it was Sony. Sony again. So Sony again. Beta was better than VHS. Ditto. Absolutely. Quality, size. Physical size and its storage size was just better. It held more stuff. And physically, it was smaller. It was just better, man. It was why the porn industry chose VHS. I don't know. They must have had their reasons. Maybe cost. Maybe cost was a factor in this because I'm not. To be honest with you, I'm not even sure what the cost difference between the two technologies were. Yeah, BM says it was the best Betamax. I like the Panasonic platter. Oh yeah, hell of a DVD. Go wild. Libraries love it. Absolutely. Anyway, fast forward about another decade and a half. Fast forward, we have another competition between Blu-ray and HD DVD. Same players here. We have a universal standard here in Sony, a Sony-backed Blu-ray, and then we have HD DVD. Oh boy. Oh. Stop. My glasses started helping me out with this conversation. I don't need your help, Meta AI. I don't. Blu-ray emerged victorious in this particular instance, not because it was the better standard. Not because it was better at all. Sony was the winner in this war, though. HD DVD was a superior product. There we go. I hope I'm saying it right. Owen said HD DVD was a superior product. It was superior. Again, we're talking about storage size and visual quality. HD DVD was simply better. But the porn industry went with Blu-ray. So Blu-ray won that war. Just do your research. No one even debates that this is a fact, right? Again, Blu-ray cheaper to produce. Thanks, Owen. I appreciate that. So it was cost. I never even considered the cost when I've been thinking about this for years, but I never considered the cost a factor in this. But you're right. I guess they would have chosen the cheaper of the it's porn. Who cares? It's the cheapest we're going to use. We don't care about the quality. We don't even know what quality is. HDD had greater storage capacity. Yeah. It was just better in every way. It was better in every way. So anyway, fast forward here. We're talking about Discord. Discord has begun requiring some users in the United Kingdom and Australia to verify their age through a facial scan, through being permitted to access sensitive content. Porn. The chat app's new process has been described as an experiment and comes in response to laws passed in those countries that place guardrails on youth access to online platforms. Discord has also been the target of concerns that it does not sufficiently protect minors from sexual content. Porn. So this is all about porn. Again, this is up here. So I mean, it's another case right here where porn is dictating what happens on platforms, because again, that's why there are other platforms who require facial recognition on their platforms as well. Instagram being one of them. Porn being the reason. So, I mean, this is just another case of that. So, all right, I'm done saying the word porn now. We're done. Will I get a YouTube strike for that? It's a technology story. It just involves that. They're entwined in a lot of ways. Just throughout tech history, right? It's been intertwined into the situation. I'm just bringing that fact to the forefront. That's all. Okay, anyway, users may be asked to verify their age when encountering content that has been flagged by Discord system as being sensitive in nature, or when they change their settings to enable access to sensitive content. The P word. The app will ask users to scan their face through a computer or a smartphone webcam. Alternatively, they can scan a driver's license or other form of ID. I thought that was super interesting. Super interesting to find that the P word industry strikes again and dictating what the tech industry is doing. It's a good time. Okay, Owen says, okay, so here's a bigger question. We've been conditioned to move towards digital ID. Our passports and driver's licenses are all digital. Yep. Is this the big deal or would have been a decade ago? Is this the big deal it would have been a decade ago? No. People would have lost it a decade ago. Absolutely. You're right. We've just been so conditioned. I mean, I think I've said it many times on this live show. We've been just so conditioned to give up our information. I don't even care about it anymore. I used to. 10 years ago, I cared. And this is why I say this, Owen. 10 years ago, I cared. I don't care anymore. Like, that's how conditioned we've become. Like, take my data. Take it. Yeah, that's right. Go ahead. Take it. Sell it. Do what you're going to do with it. But in return, do something with it for me. Take it, formulate it for me, give me some insight. This was the hope of AI for me. That some company who already has my data, because they all do, no matter what I think or what you think, they have it. So they might as well do something useful for you with that data. AI has the ability to do that. So that's my hope right there. And Google would be the greatest hope for this because they have all my data. I've been using Google for 20 years now. And if they know everything. So, I mean, like, Owen Knight, I'm 48 on Sunday. I'm too old to give a crap. I'm 48 now, brother. I'm too old to give a crap. Yeah, I'm definitely too old. I'm too old to care. And I don't care. I mean, some people care. Some people our age do care, though. I'm like, I know somebody who is, they don't even, like, they won't even connect their phone to the internet because they don't want their pictures on their phone shared in case there was a breach somewhere. Like, some people still care. All right. Moving on. What do we got here? Let's go to the next story we got here, which is going to be the Remarkable beta. Let's go and check out the Remarkable beta that was released. So Remarkable released a beta today that I saw. It's not on the Remarkable Paper Pro like I hinted at the beginning of the show. But it is on the Remarkable 2. So that's the device we're going to take a look at today. Owen said, dude, I hear you. I went into comp sci because I saw a world that bridged differences. Imagine Yep. Okay, let's get rid of this right here. First, I want to bring up the settings here so we can see what the version number is. There we go. All right, so let's get rid of this real quick. All right, so we've got the Remarkable Paper Pro here. I don't know why I said that with a Jamaican accent, but there we go. It's 10:30 in the morning. Okay, our software settings here say this is version 3.19.0.57. Can we even see that? Chat, can we? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we definitely can see that. We're good to go. All right, 3.19.0.57 is the version number we got here. Oh, let's back up a little bit. There we go. We were extremely too close. So that's the version number we're dealing with here, and let's look at what they say here. So we have beta 3.19. What's new in this beta? Grid size. You can choose. Can you guys? We'll read this. Grid size. You can now choose to preview your content with small, medium, or large thumbnails. We'll check that out. Settings layout. We've made Cloud, Display, and Help their own sections to make settings more intuitive. Now, this is something I talked about. I talked about in a video I made not too long ago about the Boox UI and things that I think they could do to make it better. This is one of those things. Taking nesting of options out of menus. If you have the space for an option, why is it in a menu? Why do I have to drill down to a menu to get to an option that I find useful? It should be forward facing. It should be somewhere where I can just get to it without having to go into a menu. Bringing options out of menus and into the actual interface is what all of these companies should be doing with all of their options, making them visible to the user. Case in point, I almost sent this device right here, my Nomad. It's my most used eInk device. My most used. I use it every day. Like if no other device sees what I write, this does. I don't even know how I would live without the Nomad. I'm being honest. I don't know how I would actually function in life without the Nomad right now. I don't know how I drug myself through 6 years before this. I don't know how. Devs do like menus. They need to stop it. Devs, I agree with you. That's the problem here, though. I almost sent that device back. I was one day from sending that device back and trying to request a refund before I found the menu option that allowed me to save my notes to the quick access menu. I didn't even know what the quick access menu was for. I just thought it was just some janky thing that was at the side of the menu with nothing in it. I'm like, why do I need that? What is that? What are you doing? Giving me a way to recall my favorites? Oh, cool, fine, thank you. I didn't know how to use it. I didn't even know that there was an option to add notes to the quick access menu until the day before I went to go send this thing back. I was just going through all the menus because I was like, you know what? I'm looking for tags because there's no tags in the Supernote platform. They do it in a way more intuitive way, but there are no tags. You can use all kinds of. There's keywords. That's their tags. So, but I was looking for tags before. I was like, let me see if they. I'm like, let me see if this stupid thing even has tags. I remember thinking that. I was like, let me see if this stupid thing has tags. I haven't even seen tags on this thing. This thing's so dumb. So I'm going through every menu and I come across a plus button, and plus signs intrigue me. I like plus signs. Quick thing about plus signs. Did you know if you add 2 negatives, that's a plus? Oh, that's positive. That's a good time in math right there. The day I figured that out in math, blew my mind. I might have laid on the floor dumbfounded for about an hour. Like, what? How? How is 2 negatives a positive? You're lying. You lies. Anyway, so yeah, I like plus signs. I saw that plus sign and was like, okay, cool, we hit it. It was like, would you like to add this note to the quick access menu? I'm like, oh, quick access menu. Is that dumb side panel that I keep seeing? Is that what that is? So I was like, yeah, add it. It added it. I checked that dumb side menu. I was like, oh, what do we have there? Is that a way to quickly get back to that note? That doesn't seem like a recent though. I checked the recents. Oh, we have recents. I checked favorites. Oh, we have favorites too. So we got recents, favorites, and then this new thing that allows me to put any note I want to right there in any order I want to put it. And I just go to that menu no matter where I am on the device and get back to that note. How many notes can I put there? 8? Wow. We're good to go. We're good to go. Ed, what's going on? This is the air horn's going for Ed. Appreciate you joining us, Ed. We thank Ed anytime he has the time to join us. Ed's a busy man. He's a busy dude. He's a busy guy. Organize for change. Yeah, Supernote. Bang, bang. Owen says, does Remarkable support CBR and CBZ yet? I don't know. What formats are those used for? I'm ignorant to certain formats. I got to tell you. I don't know what those mean. But we got a chat crew here. Chat, what's going on? Do we know anything about this? Okay, what were we talking about before I started going on that side thing? Oh yeah. So anyway, like I said, menus. Pull these tools out of the menus. Make them forward facing, especially things that are that important. Now, mind you, when I got the Manta here, that problem was resolved because the Manta is bigger than the Nomad. So the menu to add things to the quick access, the option to add things to the quick access menu wasn't in a menu. It was in the actual UI of the note-taking app. I got the Manta and I'm like, oh snap, that option is right there, not in a menu. And that's the reason is because they have more space, right? So they can put more tools on the face of the UI versus having to put them in a menu because there's just, by virtue, there's more space. I don't care. I don't care at all. Make it happen, Ratta. If you don't, that is the device's, you know what? Let's look at this. That is the device's biggest feature to me. Oh, did I just mess up my template? I did. Oh, going on a rant. Oh, did we? Okay, there we go. Okay, so one of the Supernote's biggest, oh, can we go? One of the Supernote's biggest advantage to me is this quick access menu right here. But you don't even know you don't even know why that's a thing unless you've read the manual. And I'm not reading the manual. I'm trying to figure things out on my own. But you have to go into this menu right here. Once you go into that menu, then you see it right there. Oh, you don't even, yeah, all right. Then you see it, quick access, and you're like, oh, and you can add page or add note. It's cool. It's awesome. This right here is the saving grace of this device. This right here is what kept me from sending the Supernote back and trying to figure out what else it can do for me. And then I realized this is one of the best organized devices I've ever seen. But in this particular iteration of it's in a menu. It's not on the face right here. So I didn't even see it. Anyway, moving on. That's the thing there. So I feel like why you pull these things out of the menus, put the tools on the face of the UI, we're good to go. That's what the Remarkable is doing right here with this update. So they're saying we've made Cloud, Display, and Help their own sections to make settings more intuitive. That's right. Yeah, it definitely makes it more intuitive. That's the word I was looking for with this. It makes it way more intuitive. I may have even said that. But they've said it for me. I don't have to say it. They're doing it. So there we go. It definitely makes it more intuitive, and we'll see what that looks like here in a second. Sleep and standby. We've added a little message that tells you when your paper tablet is waking up. Okay, so now I think that's in response to transparent screensavers, which I didn't realize the Remarkable had transparent screensavers. That was an option. It wasn't always an option. Now it's an option to turn on or off that transparent part of the screensaver. We'll take a look at that as well. So let's go ahead and dive in. What do we have here? So change the grid size. So let's take a look at the. So these are the actual files I have on the Supernote here, or not Supernote, but the Remarkable here. They're saying you could change the thumbnail size of these things here. I think maybe a long press would help. No, modified maybe. Oh, let's go to the Remarkable pen. Okay, there we go. So we got view right here, and we got large grid, medium, small, and list view. Which I'm sure this was a thing before, but the different grid sizes weren't always there. But list view was there, and grid was always there, obviously. I think they just added these medium ones there. Let's check it out and see. Let's check it against the Paper Pro, because the Paper Pro hasn't been updated yet. Well, there's not even an update for the Paper Pro right now. All right, so modified. Oops. Let's push this over here a little bit more. Yeah, okay, so that's exactly what I thought it was. It's just the grid and then list. You don't get those two options in between here to make the grid sizes different. So that's cool. That's cool. Let's go back and see what else we got here. If you guys didn't know this, and you have a Remarkable product, you can two finger swipe down from the top, and it should get you to your there we go, your recents and your favorite files. That's something I knew long before they made this little tutorial, but they made a tutorial recently talking about that, because I guess a lot of their users didn't know that. But yeah, it's I don't know, it's too it's not as fluid as it needs to be for me. I don't know. I don't use it a lot for whatever reason, but it does come in handy sometimes. All right. The next thing we got here is going to be settings layout changes. So let's go to the settings real quick. And so we have here the settings layout. Now, what I was talking about was here where they have display here and cloud. These two options were inside of another menu. And didn't need to be. You see how much space there is here? They could probably literally take every option out of a menu and put it into these empty spaces here. Now, I'm not saying they should do it. Maybe they don't want to do that for aesthetic reasons. But as far as usability goes and intuitiveness, yeah, I would love to see more options right here that are out in the open. Let's go to the chat real quick. I didn't even know we had chat going like this. Oh my God. Oh boy. Oh, I'm at top chat again. Oh boy, that killed it. Let's go back up to the chat. Let's see what I missed. Oh, I didn't miss much. Okay, cool. It says it's funny that you think Boox has room to make options out of menus. Have you seen the toolbar? Yeah. The Boox platform or Onyx can't do that with the Boox platform. It would look crazy. Yeah, you're right. They can't do that. I didn't see that comment though. So I'm getting back to the comments that I missed by having in top chat for what reason it's there. Owen says, see, Linux has this problem for years. Great rock solid code, but developers are not artists, nor do they understand life outside the command line or text pad. Yes, that's my problem with Linux. Super solid, right? Which is why a lot of institutions use Linux as the backbone for their infrastructure. Like, it's just super solid. Terrible graphical, terrible GUI. Terrible GUI. They need a UX designer who's actually good. But do they care? No, they don't care. Oh, Owen says CBR and CBZ are comic book formats. I read a lot of graphic novels. Ah, okay. Good point. That's why I didn't know. But now I do. So thank you for that. You should be able to customize the toolbar at the site of selection. Yes. Aaron, what a wonderful idea that I never thought of. I always gripe about the site of selection tools, right? But I've never thought about being able to customize them. Wow. That's a good thought. Man, now I got to go down that rabbit hole. Oh boy. I feel a new topic coming. Ed from Organization Change says, so also that's why Boox came out with the Macs to minimize just a few of the layers. Maybe. You know what's funny is it does have more tools on the face of it. But to be fair, like I just showed, Supernote does the same thing. So yeah. Yes, they can read CBZ files. Awesome. BM, thanks for that. BM says convert CBR to CBS /pub. Awesome. Organize for Change at 2530 Media and what the tools are available at site of selection with Boox. I'll wait. They have one, the AI tool, but they should allow you to customize that to add more of those. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Mr. Mike, what's going on? I know I'm late. I'm just getting to these things. Remarkable hasn't made any improvements in years. What do you mean? They added that awesome selection tool, the line selection tool. They added shapes. What do you mean? I'm not standing for the Remarkable disrespect today, okay? I'm not standing for it today. Somebody's got to stand up for Remarkable. Okay, if it's got to be me, it's got to be me. Mr. Mike says, I'm not surprised Remarkable users need videos to use a device that does next to nothing. Videos? Who said videos? Oh, yeah, I did. So they made a tutorial. Awesomeness. They did. But you know what's so funny is I was telling somebody in the community about that who I thought knew about the two-finger swipe down from the top. I forgot who this was. I was like, oh. Remarkable users are just happy to have something to write on. They don't even want to dig into menus, which is what makes the Remarkable a perfect product for those people. It's for people who don't want to dig into menus. You know what I mean? Like I said, I get around the Remarkable without going to the recents or favorites. For one, that process is a little janky to me. I don't like it. And for two, the layout is so good to me that I don't need that kind of thing for the Remarkable, for what I do on the Remarkable anyway. Use case, right? All about the use case. Parmesan, I'm still stuck on Owen thinking HD DVD holds 75 gigabytes. It only holds 30 gigabytes on dual layer. Blu-ray holds 50. Whoa. All right, let's do the research. Let's look at this. Let's do the research. We got to figure it out. Oh, I got more chat to get to. We'll do the research after the chat. Can we verify this, chat? Can we verify Blu-ray against HD DVD? We know Blu-ray won the war. I want to know why. I mean, I don't know why. I know why, but I don't know the specifics of why. We know the P industry ordered Blu-rays, and then that pretty much solidified their win. But what else is there? That was always my understanding. That was always my understanding of this of the technology too, Owen. So we were both mistaken on that. If we're mistaken at all, we're going to confirm that. Setting up that rant one, is that really a tool? Yeah. Yeah, it is. If I have to click the only option, is it really an option? Right. Right, Ed, you hit the nail on the head. Like they have one option with the selection tool. But is that really an option if it's the only option you have? You know what I mean? Oh, at night. Yes, because you can choose not to. Yeah, but why are you select? Well, I guess you have another reason to select. It's not an option. I don't like that. Mr. Mike says, then again, I'm sitting here watching this to find out all the things I don't know. Well, that's what we're all doing. Owen says, no, I was wrong. Sorry about that. Oh, I was wrong too. I thought the same thing. Well, now that we have streaming and can fit 4 terabytes on a little stick, I don't have high hopes for Blu-ray. No. Well, I think we've moved on. I don't know what technology, I think physicals are going to go by the wayside here pretty soon anyway. So this debate won't even matter. But I do wonder what the next physical format is we're going to, because it's going to have to be capable of like doing 16K. Ed says, should just have it to a separate menu item. Oh, wait, no room on toolbar. Yeah. Funny. All right. I'm all caught up on the chat. Let's keep going here. We're doing the remarkable setting. So let's go back to that. So anyway, the visual content thing here, which remarkable pen am I using here? This one. So the visual content, show, open document, or overview when in standby. That's the transparent screensaver portion of this. This isn't new though. They've had this for at least a couple updates now. I just saw this though. Whoa. I've been using transparent screensavers on all my eInk devices for a long time, and I've been using it on the Remarkable, but the options have been so limited on the Remarkable till, I'm happy to see them add any kind of options to their transparent screensaver situation. And if you don't know what transparent screensaver is, it's basically your ability to turn off the device and still have the device display the last thing that was on the screen. Because of the bistable nature of eInk, it doesn't need power to hold an image. So you can turn the device off and it'll hold that image indefinitely, right? In a low power state. So you'll be saving energy, but still viewing your content. Awesome little side feature of eInk for sure. So let's go ahead and get back to this. But the last thing we have here, let's check out this. What do we got? They need to make these pens look a little bit differently. So I'll know the Paper Pro from these two premium pens look so similar. You know what I mean? I need some differentiation above and beyond one having a gray slight little mark here and this one having a black one. I need more than that. I need more than that, Remarkable. You got to help me out, okay? You got to help me. Wake from sleep indicator. Now, I'm assuming that this wake from sleep indicator yeah, okay, so there isn't nothing displaying that it's waking. I think the wake from sleep indicator works in tandem with their invisible screensaver. So once you turn invisible screensaver on, or this view content, which is basically the transparent screensaver, once you put this display option to on, and then it actually goes into that state, which it takes 20 minutes. So you got a 20-minute wait. So if you wanted to go into that state, let's look at that real quick. So if you wanted to go into that state, oh boy, wrong pen. Let me just put that over there. So if you wanted to go into that state, you have to say standby mode. You have to turn standby mode on, and then oh wow, they've given you a timer. It used to be 20 minutes. There was no option for 1 hour or 5 minutes. It was always 20 minutes, period. That's the only option you got. But now you can set that to 5 minutes. That's beautiful. So now, dude, chat. So I did a video on this too. I did a video comparing all of these transparent screensaver standby modes and the Remarkable to the Supernote to the Boox platform. The Boox platform won, hands down. The options they've added to the transparent screensaver on the Remarkable, now this isn't new. These have been added over the last couple of updates, but the options they've added to their transparent screensaver may take them over the top for me. Supernote still hasn't improved their transparent screensaver a bit. They say they have. It's in the changelog that they have. Let me assure you, they have not. It's still as garbage as it was on day one. Straight trash. The Remarkable was even worse than the trash. It was landfill trash. It was junkyard dog trash. That's what that was. But now they've upgraded. So now they're not junkyard dog trash. They're just your average garden variety, run-of-the-mill trash now. They've upgraded. But now with these features that I'm looking at that may boost them to out of the trash conversation. They may be on Boox level right now. No lie. And Mr. Mike says Remarkable isn't adding anything. What are you talking about? They may with this they may be surpassing Boox. Well, no, nothing surpassing Boox. Let me just stop. They'd have to do a whole lot more than this. But at least they're not trash anymore in that department. Remarkable. I mean, the Supernote, straight garbage in that department. It drains battery about as much as it does when it's on. Like, what's the point? Okay, rant over. Okay, we'll go back to the Remarkable. So I like this. I like that they've added these features here. The last thing we got here, that was the last thing. So that was the last of the updates that they've added. They probably added a few other things that I don't know about. Because sometimes they do that with their updates, especially the beta updates. They'll slide things in, but you know. Let's go to the chat real quick. Oh boy. I gotta go up some a little bit. Things have happened. Oh, I said, shut up, Mike. Let me be wrong. It's my birthday soon. Oh boy. I put 4 terabyte. I put a 4 terabyte SSD stick in my Samsung notebook. I'm still amazed. That's nice. You know what I like about that? When thumb drives started getting to like 100 gigs, I'm like, great. I'll throw my operating system on a thumb drive and just have that. I'll just boot from that every time I want to use something. Like, great. Blu-ray 4-layer 20. All right, so here we go. BM says Blu-ray 4-layer 25 gigabytes, 128 gigabyte 4-layer. Flip layer to other side, single or double max, 17 gigabytes. Dang. So Blu-ray is eating HD's food in that regard. I don't care. You know what? Let's look at this. Let's look at this real quick. Since we're on this, I'm invested with interest right now. Benefits of HD DVD over Blu-ray. Let's take a look at this. Whoa. Both HD, DVD, and Blu-ray offer significant improvements over standard DVDs, primarily in picture and sound quality, but Blu-ray ultimately emerged as the winner due to its larger storage capacity and more robust privacy protection. Oh. It's the privacy protection is why the P industry chose it. That piracy protection is what would have sold that to them. Oh, HD DVD was limited to 30 gigabyte. Okay, I stand corrected. All right, let's look at the key benefits of HD DVD over Blu-ray. Both formats delivered significant leap. Improved audio. HD DVD and Blu-ray support increased storage capacity. It's not telling me what I asked at all. This is just making the case for Blu-ray. All right, I stand corrected. I stand corrected. All right, let's toss my Blu-ray DVD analogy out. My Betamax VHS debate works perfectly. We'll use that. We'll use that. Let's go with that. Error 4 equal 4.5. Not to mention writable for DVDs. Love that. Yeah, rewritable. Was Blu-ray writable? Yeah, I think you could. I think they made. Yeah, what am I talking about? Mr. Mike says, "Wow, cutting edge." Ed says, "I have the jet, but parting thought is the fact Remarkable updated Remarkable 2 and not the Remarkable Pay Pro is sign of anything. I don't know." Good point, Ed. Glad you could join us though. Have a good day, man. You're such a good sport with my harassment. It's one of the things I love about you. Yeah. Owen Knight, mashup mic on the day that men can't give each other shit, a civilization falls. Oh, and I cussed. Owen, you ruined my stream. LOL spoiler, the DRM on Blu-ray still sucked. Yeah. I think that's why the P industry chose it. I think that's why. Mr. Mike says, yeah, privacy protection figures, not the better tech, but the one that can line their pockets better. There you go. But it seems like it was the better tech too. But I'm sure the thing that sold it, because Blu-ray is more expensive than HD DVD, because HD DVD was just working off of an already established standard, so it would have been cheaper to produce. So the P industry would have chose Blu-ray. Not because of price in this case, like they did in the case of Betamax and VHS. In this case, it would have been the piracy protection. There you go. There you go. Okay, all right, moving on. What do we got here next? We got we're nearing the end of this show here. I was going to talk about the ceramic nibs, but I'm not going to. It's not even worth the conversation. Let's talk about the eInk PDF reader that was sent to me by Jennifer, one of the subscribers of the channel. Knows I love this kind of stuff and dropped a line for me in the comments, letting me know that this kind of project was going on. And awesome. Let's take a look at it. All right. We have this video comes by way of. Let's get these things out of the way here. This video comes to us by way of AshTF. I'm not even sure how to properly say that. AshTF. Can we get over here? There we go. Now we're just gonna play. I'm just gonna play a bit of this while I talk about it. I'm gonna turn the volume down a little bit so that you can hear it, but you can't hear it at the same time. It'll be a good time. All right. So for those of you I'm interested in this project for two reasons. Well, let's you know what? Let's talk about what I don't like about it first. Interesting project. I love anyone trying to do something with eInk in new and interesting ways, and this is new and definitely interesting. What I don't particularly like about the project is there's a keyboard there. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I say don't like. It's not that I don't like that about the project. I guess when I went into this project, I thought it was something else. I thought it was a small writing tablet. Okay, but this is actually a PDF with a keyboard. So I would go a different direction than this. but this is still cool.
The device from sleep, you can prompted with some options for
Let me turn this down a little bit more.
think
I would go a
the one
different
thing
direction in this,
text
but this is still
editor, which is
cool.
the main function
Now,
of the device.
this is cool for a couple
Here I'm
of
showing off
reasons.
that hybrid e-ink
Firstly,
function that
it's
text
someone doing something with eInk, so you can get an eInk
see it works
display,
pretty well in the
you can get some circuitry, and you can make your own thing. That's super
Leaving the
interesting to
device
me.
on for a while
That's
puts it
super
in
interesting to
sleep
me.
mode, where the ESP32, OLED, and e-ink are all put in a low power mode.
The keyboard thing he's got working
can
on
see
it
that you
seems
first get a warning on
almost
OLED,
not
and then you can put
counterintuitive,
yourself down and
but it
put
seems
it on the
counterintuitive when you put into the
So,
fact
as I
that there's an
mentioned, it's
LCD
powered by
screen
ESP32
also on the
OS,
device. Like,
more than powerful
what's
network
the
running.
point of the
It also
LCD
includes onboard
when you're
Wi-Fi
using
and
eInk?
Bluetooth, which are nice to have.
You know, you just
We
now
also
you
have
got
space for
power
a plug
draining
inside and USB-C
when that
charger
could have been a
port
second
as well.
LED
And
or
because I like repairability,
e-ink screen
I
of some
added
sorts,
interchangeable
maybe.
battery to this device, though
But
the
I
battery
do
should last
love the
quite a
fact
while,
that
as the device
someone's
consumes very little
creating
power.
something themselves with e-ink that's not out there. If you know me,
Sticking a nice
you know this is
gorgeous
super
non-complicated
exciting to me.
USB-C cable
So
and charger, you get
yeah,
a
I
nice
like this, and I
power
wanted to bring some light to it. So this guy's, it says building my dream productivity device. Ash TF, that's how I'm saying it. I have no idea how that goes, but sounds like a super intelligent guy, and he's definitely trying to make something that's useful to him, which is the same thing I'm doing. One of the things I got from this video, though, is the fact I got a manufacturer from him. So thanks, Jen, because I've been looking for a manufacturer to make certain things that I have not been able to find someone to do at all. And it looks like these people may be able to do that. Things could get interesting really soon. So that's one of the big things there that I really loved about it.
I've also added some nice software features like FN and shift
Man.
indicators and a program.
But
I'm
why the
calling
LCD
File
screen?
Wizard for
That's the big
saving
thing
and
for me.
loading text documents.
What do we think, chat? Is the LCD screen needed here?
You're prompted to save the current document.
I guess he's
then
using it
select the
as an
file
indicator of what he's actually doing. But I'm not sure if it's actually needed for the design. That's my only real gripe. The keyboard, okay, whatever.
You can also create
but the LCD screen being there is my only gripe.
gripe.
Super interesting though. Super fascinating. Super interesting. Let me know what you guys think about this particular project in the chat. If you think anything of it at all. Let's go on to the next topic we have here, which is going to be our is it our last installment of the Viwoods notes? Let's look here and see how many. Oh no, this is definitely not our last installment of the Viwood notes. Let's get right to it. All right, so we have the Viwoods AI paper here. Let's get the. All right, we're gonna use our pen. Yeah, bam, there we go. All right, so we got a couple things I want to mention here. Oh man, why is that there? All right, so a couple things we could talk about. The first thing is going to be AI, and then we're going to go into some of the apps. Just some quick notes about the AI paper here. Things that I'm picking up and sharing with you as I pick them up. My first impressions of the AI, and we got the AI function down here. If you don't know, this tablet from Viwoods is called the AI paper. We've uncovered a couple things about it already in this notes series. So we've gotten to the fact of the screen. I love it. Let's get me up here. We got the fact that I love the screen. Can we get me? There we go. We got the fact that I love the screen. We got the fact that I'm not really big on the pen. It's got a proprietary nature to it as far as the nib goes that I'm not really sold on. The pressure sensitivity of the pen, I'm not really sold on that either. I haven't seen it done that bad on any other device that I've ever tested. Just the transition between your pressure that you're applying to the pen should be a lot smoother than what it is. The selection tool. Now, this is something I wanted to talk about that was in my comments, and we'll go through some of the comments today too. But the selection tool is, I didn't like it. And someone put in the comments, maybe you should try to change the display settings and maybe that would help the selection tool. So what we're going to do is we're going to test that out. So right here in the shortcut menu here, we have the ability to change the refresh mode. So right now it's at best display. We can change it to fast mode, and we can change it to ultra fast mode. So let's go ahead and check fast mode out. So now we're on fast mode, and we're gonna do some writing. So that's fast mode there. Now we're gonna use the selection tool and do some moving. Yeah, fast mode did not help the sluggishness at all. Well, maybe it did a tad bit. Maybe it did a tad bit. It's still okay. I'm using the Supernote here for reference. It still ain't Supernote level. Let's go ahead and look at it for comparison. Whoa, it still ain't Supernote level of smooth. You know what I mean? Like it's still not that level of smooth. And man, I'm not gonna hold you. There's a difference between the Manta level of smooth and the and the Nomad level of smooth. Like come on now, chill out. This is smooth. Like the Manta is not even that smooth, but the Manta is smoother than the AI paper. But the AI paper did improve with that setting. So now let's go ahead and see if I can go to the ultra fast setting. Oh, the ghosting got crazy. Let's see what happens now. No. I mean, it still is about as sluggish as it was in the previous setting, which is to say a little bit better than it is in the best display mode. Yeah, this is about on par with the Manta right now. It's still a little sluggish. Not bad though. So it did improve a little bit. It improved to a point to where I'd be like, okay, if this was my first impression of it being like this, I might not have said anything at all. Let's go back to the normal refresh or the best display refresh. Which, let's be honest, this is where I'm going to have it. You know what I'm saying? That ghosting is all but non-existent. You see how it probably refreshed still, but the ghosting is way better in the best display mode than it is in any of the other ones. Let's go ahead and do this. Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, when you change the refresh, it definitely gets better. It definitely gets better. All right, so if I had come across it how it is on the fast mode, I wouldn't have. This wouldn't even been a thing for me. Okay, let's move on. So that did help. So we can scratch that off the list. I appreciate that. I'm not sure who left that comment for me, but thank you. The next thing we got here is going to be we're talking about AI features. So I don't know why I jumped into that really. Oh yeah, because we were talking about the selection tool. I had to use the selection tool to select something. But I definitely wanted to clear that up since it's something we talked about in the previous notes. And that's exactly what I was talking about actually, now that I'm thinking about it. We also covered the calendar app and how I thought that was like the best calendar app on any eInk device I had ever seen. It's really good on the Viwoods AI paper here. Let's just go into this calendar app here. It's really good. It has a lot of options for you and this is one of the biggest things, it having the to-do section right here in the calendar app, along with some of the other options and functionality it gives you that you don't get in any other device. I really do like it. It's just well laid out. It's a well laid out calendar app. But anyway, going down here to the AI features, which is what we're talking about right now, there's a button down here at the bottom of the device that you can push for AI functionality. My take on that is, what do we got here? My take on that is basically, the explain feature could be useful, but not in note taking, where presumably you're the writer and can understand what you're writing. So I'm always approaching things from a note taking standpoint because that's what I use the devices for. Do I use them for PDF reading and annotating books and things like that? Sometimes. But the majority of my use case revolves around note taking and organizing my thoughts. And now I'm getting more into not publishing, but processing the notes and getting them into, the AI tools that I like to use so it can do some analyzation there. But anyway, so that's how I use these devices. And this particular feature for explaining is, so just say you're in, can we get into there? No. All right, let's just say explaining this. So let's just say I wanted it to explain this. Keep us from things that are too sensitive here. Okay, let's just say I wanted it to explain this. So now I can hit the AI. Oh. Oh, wow. So I saw this explain tool. That's interesting. So I don't get that tool here. Let me go to an actual. Okay, there we go. So you can ask it to explain certain things here, and I got an explain option when I went to go use the AI tools the last time that I don't see right now. That's very interesting. Okay. So I'll try to come across that explain option again, but essentially what it is, it's an option in the AI tools that just explains what it's seeing on the screen. I thought that was odd for a note-taking app because it was in the Notes app that I saw that. Because you're writing notes, like to know what to explain what you've written seems kind of counterintuitive. So I didn't see that was very useful to have in the Notes app. But I did think it was a useful thing to have in like the reading app, which they call Learning here or whatever they call it. Super useful there though, so I thought that was pretty cool. Grammar and spell checking is good. So one of the things I think AI is very good for, which is that making sure that what you're writing and the translations or the conversions that it's doing are accurate and grammatically correct. So it's very good for that. It can create custom AI commands, which we saw a little bit of. Let's go back into here. If we go to the AI tool here, you can see that you can customize. And what this does, it lets you create a preset command, AI command for your device, whether you want that to be a note action or whether you want that to be a learning action in the Learning app. So you can create custom AI commands here, which I think is brilliant. I haven't gotten into creating my own yet, but I have tons of ideas about things that I would like it to like automatically do, which this is what I equate this to, like having macros. Right. If you guys don't know what macros are, if you don't use those, it's basically a script of a chain of commands that you give to a program of any sort, whether it's a program that's on your keyboard, whether it's a program that's on your computer, whether it's a program that's like, running on another bit of like hardware you have. It's just a automated piece of script that once you initiate it, it runs it and does things in a sequence that you dictate. I mean, it's programming, but super simplified. But anyway, that's what this equates to me, is like making a macro for something. And this is something that I do now with all of my keyboards. I make macros on those. This will be a very cool way to make macros on the eInk devices. Very cool. I like that. What else we got here? Viwoods. The Learning app. I talk about the redundancy in this particular device all the time. Let's take a look at that real quick. I definitely have mentioned this before, to where I think that some of these things that they have here could have been implemented into one Notes app. The Learning app being one of those things. Like, I'm not the Learning app, because the Learning app is essentially just the PDF reader app, the reader app that they have on the device. But they have other things like the meetings. Should have been a template. It didn't need to be its own meetings app or folder, I guess. I do appreciate the fact that they decided to make folders for you, I guess, pre-made folders that you can organize your notes in those pre-made folders. But I don't know. It seems weird, like they're their own apps, which rubs me kind of the wrong way in that sense. If they had just made a meeting template, right? Like let's just take a look. So this is the meetings app right here. And essentially all it does is give you you start a note and it just starts you off with this template right here, which to me is just like, what's the point of that? Why wasn't this just a template that you can just pick from all the other templates? A meeting template, if you will, instead of having a separate thing for all your meetings there. I mean, if people wanted that, they could make a meetings folder and dump those things into the meetings folder, which is essentially what this is, but it's a meetings folder for one template type. I don't know. I don't like that at all. Just another convoluted way to handle it, in my opinion. What else we got here? Notes app. Can't do voice dictation in notes. What's the mic for? I mean, this thing has microphones and speakers. Like, what's that for if you can't do voice dictation? I don't understand that. So that's a miss right there for me. I don't like the Notes app UI. Looks uninspired and cookie cutter-ish. Now, this is let's go to this. The paper app is their note app. And we're just going to go into a blank one here. So I don't know why. I'm gonna qualify this with I don't know why I don't like this. I just don't. It doesn't look. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the dotted lines separating the tools. Maybe if there's a clearer delineation between the tools. I don't know what I don't like about their UI. I haven't quite put my finger on it yet. I don't like it though. I don't like it at all. I'm just gonna go on record as saying that. Let's go to the chat real quick before I continue this tirade. Yeah. Learn Ninja. Viwoods AI paper rocks. Best writing experience on any eInk device. Brightest white screen without a light. I agree. The Learn Ninja says AI has been. Wait. I would agree that it's good. It ain't the best writing experience on any ink device. I wouldn't go that far. AI has been positive, but I haven't used that feature extensively yet. Just scratch the surface of the AI on Viwoods. Yeah. I like the fact that they give you options for the AI. I do like that a lot. And the writing experience is top notch. I will agree to that. I don't know if I'd say it's the best, but it is definitely top notch. It competes with the best for sure. Yeah, I don't like the UI. I don't like the UI, and I don't know why. I don't like these buttons, these soft buttons either. I don't like that either. Throw some hardware buttons down there. We're good to go. Not a very good selection of good templates. No template with margins. Now, I think I might have said this before, but I need a margins template. I need a template that has at least one margin, maybe two, but at least one. I like to write in the margin sometimes. It's good thinking it's a good categorization tool for me. But we can take a look at that real quick. Templates. As we can see here, this is all the templates they have, and there is not one template. And there ain't a really good even line template, but whatever. But there's no template with margins. So I just would like a template with margins, you know. Folders are categorized, categorized, which is filed, and uncategorized, which is unfiled, which is a familiar feature to me. I might have mentioned this before as well. I really do like the way that they handle that. It reminds me of the remarkable Notes app, only it doesn't look as good, isn't as functional, and just overall uninspired. I don't know why I feel like this is an uninspired attempt at a Notes app. it just feels super uninspired to me. Like nothing feels like they were outset on doing something good. It feels like they were just like, we need a notes app. Let's put something in there. Let's give people the tools they expect to see. And then, who cares how it looks? Who cares how functional? Who cares about anything other than the fact that we have a notes app? Yeah, you have a notes app. I don't know. It's super uninspired though. I do like the fact that you can associate your notes with your daily, with the calendar. So that's a cool feature. I mean, it's already associated just by virtue of making it, and the calendar app will show you things that you've made that day. But this just goes as far as putting it on the calendar for you. So, another bit of redundancy, but I mean, I'll deal with that redundancy because it's more pointed redundancy. You're choosing to do that redundancy. It's not being done for you. So I can handle that. I can handle that. All right, what do we got next here? I think that's it for the apps. Oh, no list view for notes. Needs note title and page view. All right, so this is something I'm noticing a lot of people do that I don't like. A lot of people will put, or a lot of companies will they got the note app, right? And you're in the note app, but if I'm just looking at this, I don't know what this note is. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's my daily note. I don't know if it's my notes that I'm taking on the Note Air 3C. I don't know if it's a note that I'm taking about the brand of coffee that I'm just reviewing or something. I don't know. There's nothing telling me what it is. I don't like that. The Remarkable does that too. But at least the Remarkable gives you a way to find out. I think they give you a way to find out here too. Like I think if you go into these settings here, yeah, I can choose to see what that is if I go into a setting. Same with the Remarkable platform. But to have that here somewhere on the face without having to do anything, it just, when I look at this, I know what I'm working with. I like that. See, on the Go 10.3, it's up here. I know exactly what note I'm looking at when I'm in the note. I don't need to read it to know. I mean, because it could be anything. It might be a blank page, but I can look up there and just see what note I'm in. Supernote does it the right way too. Right down at the bottom, I can see exactly what note I'm in. It's my daily note for April. These things are, that's, I think that's how it should be. You shouldn't have to go into a menu to see what note you're in. That kind of defeats the purpose for me. Have it somewhere on the face of the note. Yeah. And no list view. Let's check out the list view here. So going into the categorization options here, or sorting options, you don't get a list view. You only get to see these things as thumbnails. Like I prefer looking at things in a list. So not having the options is a little annoying, a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. But that's the thing. So those are the things for the Viwoods. Those are the notes for the Viwoods there. We probably got 2 more installments of this before I'm done and then put out the review. But after that, man, there's a couple things that I really like about that I didn't like initially when I got it because of the updates that's come, and they've made a lot of improvements on those things. The tools for writing being one of those improvements. But I'm super excited to get this review done and publish it for people to see, because I think it's unlike a lot of new coming devices. It's actually a new coming device that, to me, it has some staying power. Like, it has some legit staying power. And becoming a part of people's routine. All right. What else we got here? Do I have anything else? Oh, do we? Oh, I can't write it on that. We gotta get a special. Oh, it did work. There we go. I think that's it. We'll go through comments tomorrow. Today's already been a long show. We'll do the comments. But I had some really good comments on previous shows. Comments on the pin, comments on the nib. So we'll go through all of that on Saturday's show. we'll do comments tomorrow night. That'd be perfect. It'll be a perfect like weekend review comment show. It'll be awesome. All right, everyone. That's going to be the show for today. Thank you guys for joining me as well. As always, thanks to the subscribers. Thanks for the people who watch the replay. Thanks to the people who are here on the live chat. Thanks to the members in the Discord. You guys are awesome. A lot of my stories come from the Discord as well, from the conversations that we have there. I would say what I normally say as far as if you're a member, check it out, but all of our members are there. We confirmed that. They're there. We're opening the Discord up pretty soon here. I'm still working on some back-end things, trying to get some synchronicity. That is a word. It's getting some synchronicity going between the different platforms. And as soon as that's done, we're opening it up. And then, as soon as that's done, I'll release the video for the opening up. And then we'll open it up to the public to just kind of jump in and peruse and hang out with us. That'll be awesome. All right, everybody. Until next time, don't forget the live show Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. to kind of whenever. Saturdays, 7 p.m. to kind of whenever. Those are Eastern times only. Yeah, which will be tomorrow. Again, thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you for being here, and take care. Have a very good weekend if you don't see me before next week. Peace.